Let's just sort my hat out. There we go. Right. So here we go again. Welcome back to Dave's Dinners. I am your host, Dave, and for dinner tonight we are having a delicious chicken stir fry. Rightio. So chicken stir fry. First thing we've got is chicken chunks, 450 grams. And then I'm going to use a bit of 5-spice seasoning on the chicken just to add a little bit of taste of Asia, if you know what I mean. And then the stir fry itself, we are kind of cheating slightly. Well, I say cheating, it's not really cheating, it's just less time consuming. So we're going to go with that. But we have got a vegetable stir fry mix, all prepared, lovely jubbly, thanks for coming. But I am going to add some spring onions in there. Quite a lot of spring onions actually, to be honest. We've also got some pak choy as well, which is another vegetable that goes very well in a stir fry, and I really like it, and it doesn't come in a stir fry packet, so we've got some pak choy as well. We've also got 1 lemon. This is just to squirt towards the end, bit of lemon juice, can't go wrong with that. And then finally I'm going to put a curry paste in it, only because we had these left over in the cupboard from last week and these are really tasty as well, so that's going to be going in and it's going to be lovely jubbly. Thanks for coming, nice to see your lovely spread. So the first thing I'm going to do as always is get all the prep work out of the way, which means doing the pak choy. This is the easiest vegetable in the world to prepare because all you do, chopping board, boom, done. Spring onions are a little bit more time consuming because first of all you've got to take the ends off, the roots, and then I usually peel off the outside bit, I don't know what it's called, the outside bit of the onion, and then you're left with a nice clean surface there. But if the onion doesn't peel off really easy, you can just leave it on, just make sure that it's nice and clean towards the bottom. Right, so I guess the next bit is entirely personal preference as to how you cut a spring onion to use it. I don't like having them too long because I choked on it once and it wasn't a very nice experience. So I tend to kind of cut them into twos, and then I don't really keep the end bits because they're just kind of a bit manky, so I don't really like those. But I just cut it into like 2 sections like that, and then that for me is jobs are good un. Right, so that's all the prep work done, apart from cutting this lemon in half because I don't need it just yet and I'll use that near the time. But I also forgot to mention that we're having this with rice noodles. These are instant rice vermicelli noodles, and these are actually really nice. They're gluten free as well, and they cook in like 3 minutes, so these are really good. So on with the cooking anyway, we are going to be using our lovely wok that we only bought a couple of weeks ago. This is probably one of the best things that I think we've ever bought, and I can't believe we've never had one before. But if you haven't got a wok, frying pan's fine, but for stir fries you really can't get much better than a wok. I'm also using a small frying pan here just to cook the chicken in because I'm going to do it completely separately. And then you're also going to need a container of sorts to cook your rice in, but I'll go over that a bit later. So anyway, first thing we want to do is get the chicken on, so put on a bit of heat, dribble of oil, bleh. I'll put a dribble of oil in that as well while it's out. Once the oil's heated up slightly, we can put the chicken in. And away we go. Right, so while the chicken's cooking, we'll get the wok on the go and we'll start doing the vegetables. Chuck in the pak choy and chuck in your spring onions. Give it a flippy. Get it all covered in oil, lovely jubbly. Just going to sprinkle a little bit of 5-spice on my chicken because it's sealed slightly. I don't want to do it when it's completely raw. Oh, look at it. Lovely jubbly. Crunchy vegetables going in. Whee! And if you're feeling confident, give it a flipperoonie. Woo! Oh dear, didn't want to do that. Just keep your chicken moving, or give it a flipper without throwing it everywhere. Chicken's just starting to firm up a bit, What I like to do to make sure it's cooked in the middle is to get the bigger bits and just push through with the wooden spoon. And you can see that's still not cooked in the middle, so I'll do that to all the big bits. One, just to check, and two, if you make the chunks smaller it cooks a bit faster as well. So we want to just keep this moving pretty much until it's cooked really. The noodles only take about 3 or 4 minutes to cook, so I'll tend to wait until it's all done and then I'll combine the two and sort of do the noodles towards the end. If you're going to use these rice noodles, then all you need to do is put them in a dish. I've got a glass bowl here, and then you want to boil some water. I use the kettle, and then you want to submerge the noodles completely and then leave them for 3 to 4 minutes until they're cooked through, and then you can drain them off, and that is pretty much the noodles ready. So the thing I love most about stir fries is they're just so versatile. I mean, you can literally put anything in it. You can use frozen veg, we've used frozen veg before. You can use a pre-packaged stir fry mix like we have today, or you can cut it all from scratch if you want to cut it from scratch, add your own ingredients. Have it with chicken, you can have it with lamb, you can have it with tofu. We had a tofu stir fry actually a couple of weeks ago, that was really nice. But they're so versatile, they're so easy to do. And they don't have to be too expensive either, so everyone's a winner really. Let's make the noodles. And then I'm going to go for 4 minutes on the ticker. And then I'm going to add my curry paste. This is a Thai green curry paste, courtesy of Blue Dragon. It's absolutely delicious. Slightly spicy though, so if you're not a spice fan then you may not like it, but there is of course plenty of other options, and if you don't really want to use a paste then you don't have to, just a bit of soy sauce will do. But it really is in your own hands. There we go, noodles are ready. And then this is completely optional, you don't have to put it in there, you can just place it up and then put the stir fry on top, but I like to give it a quick stir through. You can actually take it off the heat now as well, turn the heat off, because all the cooking is done. We just need to mix it all together and combine it and make it super duper. Like I said before, you can really experiment with a stir fry. I mean, I was just thinking a second ago that maybe I could have put some ginger in there or something like that. The only problem with doing this is it's very hard to separate it. Whoops. So there we go guys, chicken stir fry with a Thai green curry sauce. No marks for presentation, but nonetheless it's going to taste absolutely delicious. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you come back next week for another episode of Dave's Dinners. Thank you for watching and goodbye.